Here we go again. Wednesday stream this time. Monday, let's be honest, FM-wise, little bit disappointing. I'd spent the entire pre-season rebuilding the squad. Turns out, well, probably worse than we were last season. And I've played a few games offline, and I just can't help myself. Every time the scouts have been recommending a player, I'm like a child in a sweet shop. They look too good to turn down. So the squad is now up to about 103 players in size. Some of them are starting to get fairly unhappy. I'm not sure morale is the best around the camp. The dynamics have certainly taken a hit. The form, average at best. And I've been tinkering with tactics like you would not believe. Oh no, and I've just seen that Mike has arrived. Mike, you're going to be frowning. I'm going to hear you rolling your eyes in the Azures all the way over in England because I cannot play the same tactic for more than 90 minutes at the moment. Oh dear me, you're going to see some things today. Let's see who we've got with us. Christian is with us. Welcome in, Christian. Jackie is with us. Neil, you're not lost, Neil. Just embrace it. Let it wash over you like a warm wave of chaos. And see how we get in. Mike, good to see you. Edwin, are we still on our holidays? Are we back in Singapore? Let me know. Isaac Lockett, the fabulous Isaac Lockett is with us. Welcome in. Perfect timing, Mike. Perfect timing. Well, we'll see about that, shall we? So let's have a little look. Squad planner. I've accidentally clicked on that. Like anybody ever uses that in Football Manager. What a redundant feature of the game that is. Strange University. Fabulous to have you in. Greetings from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, not a million miles away from New Jersey, an area of the states that I know very well. Got no game. Good afternoon to you, sir. Sounds like a tactical masterclass stream. Got no game. I don't think it will be, actually. Rugio is in. Welcome in. Hope you're very well. And Ryan Black is looking forward to squad chaos. Chaos is the word. Let's just pump into the transfers. I don't think I've got any more pending. No, I signed a player yesterday. I say yesterday. It was literally whilst I was starting the stream. I've bought in another one. I just cannot help myself. We were so weak in the wing positions last stream. I've signed about 30 wingers. One of them is Rakesh Bingham. He's going to be making his debut today. He's going to be replacing Ricardo German, who I bought in and has only had 2 games. And now I've bought somebody else in. We've got Nelson Isguan. He is our record appearance maker. He's up to 5 games now. I keep bringing them in. And bringing them in. I've bought a new striker in as well. We were looking at this player last stream and I said, I don't think I'm going to sign him. We don't need him. And then you lot, you were all down there in the chat saying, well, hold on a second. Look at those physicals, finishing, composure. So we've bought him in as well. And basically, the squad is deep. I could put together a starting 11 out of everybody that doesn't even make the matchday squad anymore. So, I've gone against my golden rule, which is a settled and happy squad. Instead, I've just been ferreting around in the transfer market, signing anybody that the scouts recommended. Edwin, it's the final few days of the holiday, back home at the weekend, and you'll be playing a bit of FM, will you? Fabulous. Craig Cochran, welcome in. Edwin, I imagine after 2 weeks you do have a little bit of withdrawal. Rook, don't say that, Rook, because the scouts are still out and about, you know. I bet there's players there in the scouting centre. Oh, I mean, look at Noor Hussein. I'm pretty sure he's an Afghan international, is that right? I know Noor Hussein. Used to play for Notts County, I believe. Used to play for Notts County. I've had Noor in an international save for Afghanistan. Oh, he looks like a good central midfielder as well, doesn't he? We can't sign any more players, can we? We can't. Absolutely not. Look at the teamwork that it's... Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm blaming you for this, Rook. I would not have been in the scouting centre unless you'd said never stop signing players. Is there anybody... Oh, is there anybody else? Cody Cook? No. Too slow. Jeremy Osborne. Oh, it's Jamie. Oh, look at Jamie Osborne, by the way. Not the best physicals, but another good central midfielder. Look at the long throws. Oh, let me take a break from this. I need an antidote. Stefan Jonsson having the same problem with starting up season 2 at Santos after winning the league and the Copa Sudamericana in the first season. Quite interested to see how you handle the situation. I just sign everybody, Stefan. I mean, literally, there are no more players to go around the rest of the league. I've bought them all. Talis, fabulous to see you. How are things going? Very, very well outside of Football Manager. Troubling in the world of Football Manager, I would say. FM got no game. Just one more. We can't. Not just one. Okay, just one more. Only on trial, though. Only on trial. Just one more. And then we don't want any of these other plodders. Oh, what about Wesley? Wesley Fongook, another central midfielder. No, look, even I can I? How have you played in the last couple of seasons? National League, 6.92 in the league above. It's like a sickness now. I can't stop myself. The title of the stream is... I can't even remember what it was, but something about stop signing players. I keep on doing... Oh, he does look all right, actually, doesn't he? He's not a tackler. Look at him as a playmaker. Okay, just a cheeky trial. What harm is a cheeky trial? Always room for one more. But you know what? I think maybe in the central midfield areas there might be room for one more. We've got Penny, who I like but can't pass or tackle or mark. And he's not aggressive or brave. And the stamina and the acceleration are not the best. All right, so we got Arthur Penny, the player I really love. This is my fulcrum of the team. Roddy McGlinchey. Tier 6, remember. I think he could play a league above. I genuinely do. And then for depth in the central midfield areas, well, we've got Pendlebury, who I bought in. I think it was my first signing during the off-season, and I thought we'd build a team around him, potentially as a deep-lying playmaker, but compared to what I've bought in since, I'm not sure he's quite as good. And that's pretty much it for midfielders. I mean, we've got Josh Grant, who can play in midfield, but also wants to be a central defender, and he's a bit of a utility player, really. And there's not much else, so maybe we could treat ourselves to just one more central midfielder. Maybe what we might do is get all three of those rascals in on trial. Maybe put a little poll in the chat, see who you fancy bringing in. There's always space for one more. Rook, you're going to do your workout. See you in 45. We look forward to your return, Rook. Good luck with the workout. Edwin fell into the same trap, signing youth talent from around the world. Trouble came when they grew too old to play for the youth team. Yeah, I'm bringing in 30-year-olds here, Edwin. So, Jackie, love that in your Sevilla save, you're winning the first leg against Bayern Munchen with 6-2 and still lost the second leg 8-6. 6-0 in the second leg. That sounds very Liverpool-esque. Talis had a little think. Oh, you've had a little think about the two-man midfield. And you wondered if a box-to-box and ball winner in the middle may work to fill the gap. Talis, you're going to have to give me more than that. Are we saying Penny would move forward? Is that what we're saying? Talis, I'm in your very capable hands here. Edwin, the players start complaining and the dynamics dropped. I can see where you are coming from. I've started to get a few unhappy players now, and it's going to continue. Plus, we've got some player on loan. Richie Mahoney, MK Dons are already on the phone saying why hasn't he started a game in the last 2 months. It's a good point. Strong point. Junior, welcome in, Junior, over in Northern Ireland. Good to see you in. You are handing out contracts the way Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, I am. I'm doing that. Yeah. It's not good. It's not good. Neil, you call your U teams the under 30s. I'll tell you what, we're going that way, Neil. We really are. Talis, it was what you were thinking, but with tactics, it's always a gamble. Well, we've got a ball-winning midfielder. You're thinking a box-to-box. Well, how about we compromise here and we go, just to try it out for this game, because I'm still tinkering. Ball-winning midfielder in the shape of Penny, in the DM slot, says he's reasonably well accustomed to it, apart from the small matter of not being able to tackle. And then McGlinchey, a Rolls Royce of a player, I would say. We'll go box to box. By the way, I've also been experimenting with McGlinchey down here as a Segundo Volante on attack. Don't get many of those in Tier 6 of England. But he was doing very well there. Jackie, how many matches have you done in the league? I'm pretty sure we're on 10 now, Jackie. 11. One more game. We played 11 games. We're in 10th place. Now, last season, of course, our big problem, the thing that stopped us finishing higher up in the league, was the number of draws. 15 of them in total. Only 9 defeats all season. This campaign, it's the opposite. We're up to 5 defeats already. And we've not drawn a single match. 6 wins. Too many defeats. Liam Reynolds, what do you think happened to Birmingham with the ear? Oh, Liam. I mean, we're dabbling in the dark arts again, Liam. We are welcome in, by the way. I'm sure you're not reveling in Birmingham's latest travails, but we bought in owners, allowed them to start investing money in the club. I think it's what gave us the money to sign Tahith Chong out of absolutely nowhere. But the new owners that were bought in didn't have any kind of permission to be owners of an EFL football club. The existing owners just accepted their investment anyway without clearing them through their fit and proper persons. And so now we've got potentially a 2-year suspended 6-point deduction, which I don't think they would make suspended unless they knew they had something else to clobber us with. So we're not doing great. Edwin, why not a vanilla DMC? A DMC support instead, since he can't tackle. Got me thinking, Edwin. You've got me thinking. I mean, ideally, I don't want him in the DM slot at all. I want him there. But what I don't want is this exposure of a vulnerable back two. By the way, for today's game, I'm going with a higher defensive line and a higher press. Get that for experimental. Let's check out the acceleration of these rascals. It's a 10 for Ben Caninda, and it is an 8 for Bailey Brown. So this is risky, but let's get out there and see how we do. Okay, I've moved him into central midfielder as a ball-winning midfielder. Rakesh Bingham, grab the number 8 shirt. It's free. Get it out of lost property. Try it on for size. Liam, think you're going to get a points deduction, but it'll be from next season. Well, that's us starting from 6 points down in League One then, evidently. And Wolf tracks, well, come in, Wolf. Wolf, you're so right. I wouldn't say I'm experimenting so much, Wolf, as just sheer panic, really. I've bought in about 40 players now. I've no idea which ones are my best 11. I can't really get them into a formation that suits. I want to play 3 in midfield, but I don't really have enough in central midfield to do that. I've really strengthened on the wings, yet I'm not sure I want to play wingers anymore. We've got strikers galore in the squad, and I can potentially only start 1 or 2 of them. We're all over the shop, Wolf. It is troubled times. Greeno, here for some more Tinkerman action. Tinkerman you wish for, Tinkerman you get. I mean, I've changed my tactic 3 times since the stream loaded, and I spent 20 minutes before starting streaming creating a new system anyway. We're playing Worthing today. We're 3 shots down in the opening 20 minutes. And here is our highlight as Minter goes long. We lose the ball up front. We win it back and then fall over. And we've got to clear this up, haven't we? Okay, Minter, have another go. Build it up again. We've asked him to go long. We're going to try and play a bit more direct. That's what we've asked him to do. Didn't look good, did it? We've got to win that in the air. Midfield are not where I need them to be to win the ball. The back 4 look exposed. Look at the space that this chap was in here. Hinchy. Is he going to make a late run into the box? Oh, they've hit the crossbar already. We're all over the shop. Look, I cannot keep clean sheets. Can't be done. Johnson now. Well, we've dived in as well. Oh, Rafe Brown turns out to be a good challenge, but could easily have been a penalty. Here we go. They look like they're trying to play out from the back. So look at us. We're pressing high. They've gone over our press. We win the ball. That's better. We've got players in good positions. And Thompson fires wide, but that was a bit more like it. Forced them to kick long. Won the ball back in midfield. See what the next passage is like. Don't seem to have a lot of the ball. I've not designed a tactic with possession in mind, granted. It's a more of a Jurgen Klopp-esque heavy metal, win the ball back, hit them quick kind of tactic. Okay, he's dealt with that well. We haven't won the ball. It's gone over the top. Minter, calm as you like. Goes long, quick. We've got nobody there for it. Well, Thompson's won it back, though. It's a little bit of more ferocity in there. And there's the big man using his pace. Not on that occasion. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh dear. There's the high line. Is it offside? Is there a chance of a flag? Are we going to get bailed out? It's not coming, is it? No. Oh, it's just a long ball over the top and we've been undone. Who decided to play the high? Yeah, it was me. Higher line. I like it in an attacking sense, but we don't have the back 4 for it, do we? I'm lost at sea. I'm lost at sea tactically. It's not even like we are attacking very often, is it? We've got 38% possession, no shots to show for it. I feel like my tactic is in a juxtaposition, really. I'm trying to play a direct kind of sit back approach with a higher defensive line and a higher line of engagement. It's not going to work, is it? Anyway, Liam, lunch break is over. Hope you enjoy your afternoon at work. Sean, welcome in. This isn't going well, Sean, if you've just popped in. And I feel like I'm designing tactics again on the hoof. What do I want to do? Look at our back 4. Bailey Brown, not cut out for a high line. This is a mistake, isn't it? Let's do this. A mid block. A low block. Lots of space. We clear it over their back line. We still try and press the socks off them in this congested midfield area. We're still going to be trying to win the ball back on the halfway line. I'm not sure about this trap outside thing. We're still going to try and distribute it over the opposition defence quickly. Even though that's led to us giving the ball away several times. Maybe we were playing so high up the field there wasn't enough space behind them to be able to do this. And I've got way too much things ticked here, haven't I? Way too many things ticked. So let's take that off. Let's take that off. Let's take that off and that off. Leave positive on. No. Let them come at us. Win the ball. Break. Direct. Thompson. Terrible. Darlington. On. Here we go. This is going to be the second half that we tell our grandchildren about. You can say you were there because we are going to win this game 4-1. Here we go. Here's the first clearance. Their goalkeeper's taken the ball on his chest. That was rather composed. It's a long highlight. This one's going to count. Here we go. This is the equaliser. McGlinchey. No. Okay. This is where we win the ball back and score the equaliser. So, here we go. Press them. Or just trot around gently after them. Okay, giving the ball away. Here we go. Okay. It's a long highlight. This has to be a goal. We've gone long. Darlington is not in. They've gone long. They're in. We've got away with one. Okay, it's a slow burner of a tactical change. The players' body language looks fine to me. We've had a couple of shots. You can't play out from there. We're coming to get you. Here we go. Rafe Brown fired it long. Oh, maybe I need to take such direct passing off. Maybe we need to be a bit more thoughtful. Play through the lines. Get the ball out wide. Are we trying to go long too quick? Too early? We're just losing the ball routinely, aren't we? Okay. This is thinking in action. What do we want to do? Tempo down. Passing down. Go wide. Go wide. Okay. This is it. We've left ourselves 35 minutes to become heroes. Here we go. A go-go. Hinchy. We're not gonna score here because I've only just made the revised changes. Bliss it. Here we go. Darlington. Go on, Darling. Oh, Darling's hit the post. We're still going though. Oh, Darling's hit the post. Craig, maybe auto pick the best 11 to give you an idea of your best roles. I think there's rationale in that, Craig. There really is. Trouble is, I never want to do what's being advised. I always have my own little vision here. Darling's looked lively since he's come on, I think, hasn't he? McGlinchey, are we starting to get on top here? We're in. Behind the back here, we're in. Better ball and we could have equalised there. But we're up to 9 shots, 2 on target now. Come on, shout. Let's encourage the boys. That's helped with some of them. Got a couple of tired players out there as well. Especially Nelson over on the left. Okay, here's what we do then. German. We're going to switch to Dirk Benedict 2.0. Which is essentially bringing in inverted wingers instead. So let's keep with the initial instructions that we've got now. And let's go with an inside forward to back things up. Bingham can still be a winger. Penny playing poorly in midfield. Let's get Penders on. Okay, here we go. Still plenty of time. Plenty of time. Sean, are you giving tactics enough time to gel? Absolutely. Several of them have had a full half. More than enough time to impress. No, is the answer, I'm afraid, Sean. I'm giving them no time whatsoever. I'm just panicking and designing something else. Which is the problem. Last season, I only had 6 or 7 decent players. So designing a tactic was a relatively straightforward process because I just built around, you know, the 4 strongest players. I think we've got a stronger squad this year, but none of them have really settled. I don't know where any of them want them to play. They're all too versatile. And we've lost yet another game. And this one was to work. Oh, no, I've just told them they can be proud. Oh, God. That was a mistake. Wasn't concentrating there. Isaac. Feels like instructions that would work higher up, but not at this level. We're down to 13th here. We've been leapfrogged by Worthing. Mattia is with us. Ciao, Mattia. Hi, everybody. What did you miss? Oh, kind of a tactical crisis, really. Mattia, we've got 3 boys coming in on loan. Yet more players to add into the mix. And we've got another game just around the corner. Hastings in the cup. Should be winnable. They are not in our league. They are below. What are we rating these players at? Jamie Osborne looks good. Wesley Fongook looks good. But Noor Hussein. Wow. Very good, Noor. Okay. Neil. JM had Darlington and Bowers and Pitsy. Is that in tier 14? All right, maybe it's not that good. Matty, a panic is the best way. Sometimes, I don't know. I feel like I'm on the cusp of discovering something, Matty. Greatness is almost within my grasp. But I just can't quite reach out and see it. Neil Bathgate, if you panic enough, eventually you'll fall on the right tactic. Look, here's the thing about me. Anybody that's ever seen any of my YouTube series will know this. Some people say you have to let a tactic bed in. You have to let the players get used to the system. But that implies that you have faith in that system in the first place because you know what you're doing. I don't. I'm more of a needle in a haystack kind of tactician. I like to just, fluff around fairly blindly until I find something that picks up a few results. It's all by happy accident. It's never really by design. There's some areas of the game that I know what I'm doing. Tactically, I'm still not sure I'm there. So I like to just keep changing and changing and changing. I will regularly do 4 tactics during a game. I mean, you saw I changed my tactics 3 times before we kicked off in the last game. And still I changed it again after 20 minutes. John FM is with us. You're hitting Season 8 in Gibraltar with Mons Calpa. Very Latin. You got to the UEFA Champions League group stage and have got 6 million. I bet you can't spend £6 million in Gibraltar even if you try. Your board is refusing to upgrade the facilities anymore. Everybody plays at the same stadium in Gibraltar, don't they? They'll play at the National Stadium. Apart from maybe Europa. Do they have their own ground? Hardly anyone wants to join. We're shocked, John, aren't we, that Premier League stars aren't falling them over themselves to get on flights to Gibraltar. Because you're only a 1.5 star rep. I tell you what, though, John, some of my favourite saves in Football Manager have been out in Gibraltar. I've wiled away many a happy season at Hound Dogs, who I believe now that they've reformed the Gibraltarian... Is that how you say it? The Gibraltarian League, so that is there no relegation from the top flight, and Hound Dogs are the only non-B team or under-23 team in the second tier. Tough times for the Hound Dogs. We've got a tired squad. Let's think about this. Okay, look, brace yourselves. Put your lunches down. I know you're probably busy on a work Zoom call. Just mute your colleagues for a moment. You've got work on the other screen. Turn your focus of attention this way, please. We're going to clear our squad. They're gone. I'm quite happy here, by the way. We can go complete blank canvas. I'm open to any suggestions. Let's go and have a look at who our best players are. Who do we want to try and build around? I don't want this view. Reports. Is that a thing? Okay. The coaches really like Arthur Penny, apparently. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Arthur Penny is our strongest midfielders, but the coaches rate. How's Arthur Penny done before joining us? He's never played a game of football in his life. How's he done this season? 12 appearances, probably in about 24 different positions. He's been a ball-winning midfielder, segundo volante, an anchorman, back to being a ball-winning midfielder, a defensive midfielder, a central midfielder, and a ball-winning midfielder once more. He's been busy. So we've not given him a fair run in a good role. And he did have a good run of form before the last game, actually. So I was playing him in the DM slot, wasn't I? As an anchorman, did well. Even as a segundo volante, did fine. Wants to be in the DM slot. Bear that in mind. Jackie, you did 15 to 20 seasons at Links in Gibraltar. It is a lot of fun. Isaac, been to Gibraltar a couple of times. Your auntie has a flat there. Tax haven. Not casting any aspersions. Think there are 2 stadiums now Victoria Park and Europa Point. Absolutely. I think you are right. Neil Bathgate, half a penny. Doesn't look the full... he is called Arthur Penny. Neil, congrats on that. I think the stream is a success, even if we don't win a game, when we've got pun game as strong as that. Greeno, you've not played Penny at centre-back once, which is supposedly his natural position. Yeah, but I think he's 4'8". He's 5'10". He's got jumper reach of 12. All right, granted, that's his natural position. He can play halfback. He can play Carolette. He's 4-star. He's 4-star. He's a natural. He's natural. Training okay. Performing average. He's been way better as a DM. We could play him as a libero, Greeno, if you're that way inclined. Who else is good? Harrison Thompson. We've just bought in. He's been wretched so far. I think he scored on his debut and has got a 6.1 and a 6.4. Again, he's only played 3 games for the club. I've already had him in 2 different roles. Okay, look, I can see a theme developing here. I'm not allowing anybody to settle into a role. Roddy McGlinchey looks good. Wants to be a Mazzala. I think that's probably the only role he's not played in. Deep line playmaker. No, I take it back. He has been a Mazzala for a game. He's done box to box, back to deep line playmaker, and then box to box, and then back to deep line playmaker. And a central midfielder. It was an absolute triumph for a game as a Segundo Volante, and then I didn't play him as that the next game. And then back to being, yeah, so he's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different roles. By the way, some of these could be central midfield on attack and some could be support. It could be 6 different roles. But McGlinchey, I think we build around. We build around. And then we've got Big Ben Kaninda, who I think is solid. He's not quick, but he's solid. With our back four, we've got to try and think about playing a lowish line, haven't we? By the way, if any of you want to chime in and contradict any of this and actually speak any sense, you go for it. Ryan Black, here we go. Here comes some sense from Ryan. Is it not better to be as simple in tactics, simple is my middle name, until you get to full professional and then training all week? Mattia, with all these good midfielders, we need 3 in midfield. Which are the good midfielders, though? I mean, I suppose we could be signing 3 here, couldn't we? 3 in midfield. Okay. If we're going 3 in midfield, that either means we're going 3 at the back, 5-3-2, or we're going 4-3-3 with potentially a DM in there. Bear with me. Gonna put a question mark. Penny as the DM. He does play well in DM. I think we have just established that, haven't we? Or here we go. Okay. No pressure. No pressure. Just interested in your thoughts. I may ignore it. We're not sure yet. No pressure. Let's see what people think. So we could go with, this kind of shape. Solidity in front of the back four. Or we could go, we could go with something like that. Maybe with a flat 3. I have bought in a lot of wide players. I will warn you. That would seem to be a bit of a waste of some of those. Rakesh Bingham. I mean, could be a striker, but I've bought him in to play out wide. By the way, it says Adam Hayton's our best goalkeeper. I'm not seeing it, Adam. I'm really not seeing it. Mattia is pushing the 4-3-3. 60% of you are saying the 4-3-3. Greeno. Here we go, Greeno. Come on, you're an old sage here. You watch a lot of football at this level. You're thinking 3 at the back for you. You've got to save with St Albans with 3. You're not managing Weymouth. You're managing St Albans. I wouldn't let that get out, Greeno. Wing backs and winger and 2 central midfielders. and just one up top. That, Greeno, what you've just described, is what I used to guide Toulouse to the League 1 title in their first season in the top flight. I don't need a lot of persuasion to go that way. Sean's thinking the 4-3-3. I think we'll end the poll. I think we're going to end the poll. Ryan, do any of your wingers have good defensive stats? Could they be retrained as wing backs? Feeling the answer to that is no. I mean, Rakesh Bingham, tackling of 3. That wouldn't really work. Ricardo German, tackling of 4. Marking of 4, positioning of 4. No, I think I've bought in not even players to play on the right wing of a flat 4, really, Ryan. I think I've more bought in players to play in those advanced wide positions because I was thinking the 4-2-4 worked so well last season. I just need new wingers and we're off. Mattia, 3 at the back is also fine. And you could play a 3-4-3. Llama Queen. Having troubles in Spain. Gavin Brash. Afternoon Llama. Hope all is well. Jaw is out, GB, if I'm honest. We're having tactical dilemmas. Look, what's happened here? 63% of you think a 4-3-3 could be the answer. So let's play with that. That kind of shape. Okay, in fact, let's load up the Dirk Benedict from scratch. I don't want to save that. Okay. So you just shuffle in and essentially you just come back. And then we're set. We're in a shape. So, my next question is, do I even know my next question? I have so many questions. My next question is, what kind of team are we going to be then? Are we going to be very, very wide, as in we're playing advanced wingers and we're trying to get balls into the box? Or are we going to be a team that relies on fullbacks getting forward and we're going to have wide players trying to support a central striker? Or are we going to offset that and maybe have one of each? Thoughts, please. Thoughts, please. Whilst I start getting some players into a team. So Arthur Penny looks like a good bet to be at DM. Harrison looks like he might be our starting striker. I think we're going to have big Roddy McGlinchey. By the way, Roddy McGlinchey, how can you not be Scottish? He's not. Peterborough, how can you not be? Could be from Corby, I suppose. Big Scottish community in Corby, not a million miles from Peterborough. Ben Caninder, I think Big Ben's going to be one of our central defenders. Rakesh Bingham. I mean, you've only just come in. I'm not giving you much of a chance yet. Can play left or right. Can play left or right. So let's see what people are saying. What are your pitch dimensions? Like I ever look at that kind of thing, Isaac. My goodness, you're a deep thinker. So let's go club info, shall we? Let's have a look at Imperial Fields. What are we doing then? So we got 105 meters and it could be 120 meters, but I don't ever get asked about changing the pitch size, I don't believe, because we don't own this stadium, so I don't think I could tweak this. It looks like it's very short and very narrow because it could be 90 meters wide and we're at 68. Could be 120 long and we're at 105. So it looks like it is a bit of a cabbage patch, I think. GB, how are your wingers' deliveries? 2 of them work for Amazon, so not bad. Okay, so winger number 1, we're thinking Rakesh Bingham. He can't deliver at all. He's got crossing of 7, dribbling of 8, passing of 7, vision of 7. He's entirely unsuitable for the role. We don't have to play him. We could go Ricardo German. Crossing of 7. Entirely unsuitable for the role. So we could go for Zayed Al-Husseini. Crossing of 8. Entirely unsuitable for the role. We have got Richie Mahoney, who I bought in on loan from the franchise. Dribbling of 14, crossing of 11 could be a winger. Greeno Eats, pick your fastest striker. So what we want to do, Greeno, is do you remember the early 90s Rumbelows Cup, where during St and Greavesy, each club in the top 2 divisions in England got to submit their fastest player and they had 100-metre races? Do you remember that, Greeno? That's what we want to do. Edwin, one of each for you, something different on either flank. GB, 68 wide seems pretty narrow. I think you're right. Edwin, your worst fullback on support with an attacking role in front of him on the wing. Reverse for the other flank. Greeno, think Bingham looks like an inverted winger. Tallis seems like a pretty compact pitch. GB, that's why they didn't turn up for work today. Absolutely right. Llama, Queen, you usually have your best right or left back with amazing crossing in the lower league. And Kevin Pierce, hello from the US, Kevin Pierce. Don't leave it there, Kevin. What state are you in? What soccer team do you support? Get us excited. What MLS club do you follow? And I'm going to continue flailing away over here. Rakesh Bingham, over on the left, very right-footed, cutting in, can't dribble. Or maybe an inside forward? Sense? Inside forward? Okay, go with that. Go with that. Mary Haguire, formerly Harry Maguire. Hello from Malaysia. Welcome in. Tell us what life is like in Malaysia. It's got to be fairly late at night in Malaysia, hasn't it? Nikos. The Gannies, Nikos, welcome in. Isaac, the MLS kit launches this year have been... I've not seen them, Isaac. I guess we're kicking off fairly soon, aren't you? Greeno, you do remember that. Efa Makoko was in the race once, I believe. Didn't win it, though. I think Lee Sharp was clearing up, wasn't he? GB, he's definitely an inside forward with an overlapping left back, you say, GB. I might be able to provide one. Rafe Brown, all right, can't defend for Toffee, by the way. He's got tackling of 6, but he's reasonably quick and can cross a ball. So, Rafe, now help me out here. What are we doing here? Fullback on attack or wing back on support? It's the age-old question, isn't it? Got no game. John Williams from Swansea won that sprint. The Flying Postman. God, that takes us back. Got no game. Kevin Pierce, you're in Rochester, New York. Another upstate New Yorker. We have a regular person in from Albany in New York as well, Kevin. Welcome in. You're a Saints fan. And now you've got Rochester, New York FC. Now tell me, am I making things up here, Kevin? Why do I remember some kind of sports club called the Rochester Raging Rhinos? Were they a soccer club? Were they like a USL side, or am I completely making things up? I seem to remember some kind of Raging Rhinos. Mattia, in which position are we in the media predictions? Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, Mattia. I mean, we're 13th in the table right now. And, well, all right, 10th. Okay, not terrible. 10th. 10th. GB, like the 12 crossing. Go and wing back support. Overlap down the left, you say. GB, I feel like we're leaning on you fairly hard here. Thank you for your patience. Wing back on support. I've gone attack. Wow. We're thinking overlap down the left. Let's get some of this junk off as well. You'll come back to that. So many buttons pressed. But it's quicker to unpress these than it is to flail around with set pieces again. So I want to keep my set pieces in there. Mary Haguire, you're thinking wing back support as well. That sounds like a consensus now. Apart from Edwin's now going full back attack if Brown can't dribble well. Well, but it's an 8, which I guess for tier 6 is not dreadful. Kevin, here we go. there was a USL side, but under new owners, including Jamie Vardy. Interesting. And Mattia, I think we could also instruct him to cross the ball more often. It's on. Accidentally from his old position. Okay, so now we've got a semblance of a flank here. Penny. I mean, I do like a halfback, but potentially not with passing as 7 and vision of 8. But he does want to do that. And he can play centre half. Could that be a thing? Could that be a thing? Junior, maybe pick the best physically dominant central midfielders to play box to box with a central defensive midfielder that is technically the best. Well, the Glinch, I think, is maybe not. I tell you what, I tell you who would be technically the best. And it would be Noor Hussein. No, I take that back. He wouldn't be technically the best. Who would be technically the best? Ozzy? Ozzy Osbourne? Not the most physical, though. Maybe we're short of a technician in midfield. What about Pendlebury? Is he technical? Where are you, Penders? Passing of 12 and vision of 11. Not as comfortable in the DM slot, but... Oh, anyway, sorry, Jude. I was only halfway through your message there, and then I got sidetracked thinking about who would play in those positions. So the CDM is the technician to dictate and relieve pressure of everyone else to create. Zielinski, Anguissa, Lobotka. I'm not sure my midfield 3 will quite be on that level. JM thought, yo, dog, woof. Have you heard of signing? I've been signing too many players, JM. This is why we're in a world of pain currently, I'm afraid. We're trying to rescue the season here, JM. Edwin, possibly your best Mazzala on CM left to support the wing back on the left. I mean, that is equally a thing. Let's try and nail down some personnel and then we'll think about positions. Let's do the right flank. What are we going to do on the right flank? Rakesh Bingham's playing over on the left. Ricky German could be over there. Although he's not that quick. We're struggling a little, aren't we? What's happening here? Eric Eric, didn't know you were in today. Thank you very much for becoming a member of the Llama Army. Found that little join button down beneath me. It's incredible generosity, Eric. I know we're in Texas, aren't we, Eric? But I always forget where. Are you Houston? Are you Dallas? Or are you neither? I'm sure you're in Texas. Let us know how you are today, Eric. It's got to be fairly early in the morning for you, I would have thought. GB. Hello, GB. Right side a bit more composed and conservative. Okay, well, let's get my right back in because I know we've only really got 2 options for right back. So we could either go with Alex Bradley or Josh Grant. So Josh Grant, he can play there. It's not his favoured position, but he can play there. Pace is just about good enough. Going forward is offering us absolutely nothing. Brave, aggressive, determined, offers a bit of leadership in the back 4. It's going to work hard for the team. Okay, the tackling, the marking, the positioning are not optimal. Or we're going to go with Alex Bradders, who's played reasonably over the last 5 games, is quicker. Attacking-wise is slightly better. Defensively is no better, really. Likes to get forward whenever possible, which, depending on what we're going to do down that flank, we probably want a right winger, don't we? So, do we go with Joshy Grant here? Do we go with Joshy Grant? Anyway, thank you, Eric. Welcome to the Llama Army. Mattia, maybe a Carolero on the left, so we don't leave ourselves too exposed. Junior, Napoli play a flat 3, so it's more down to personnel as opposed to the exact positioning. GB, you're onto the centre-backs, GB. You're ahead of me. You'd have the better defender on the left to cover the wing-back. I think that is Kaninda. I'm tier 6 here, Gavin. Come on, we're not all managing Rupal Boom to glory. I think we still want Bailey Brown alongside him, don't we? Where is Bales? Although Kennedy Diggy, the notorious DIG, you know, he is rated more highly, but Bailey Brown is such an aerial threat, and we're averaging 7.26 here from Bales, so I definitely think Kaninda is the better defender. By the way, is Bailey Brown's marking of 7, positioning of 8? Is this why I'm so open at the back? Is Bailey Brown getting good ratings because he heads the ball a lot and scores goals? Yet defensively, is Bailey Brown the problem? I mean, 10 goals last season might be pumping up his average ratings. Would Bailey Brown be better in the midfield somewhere? Which was his natural position when he joined the club. Ooh. I don't know. Ryan Black, a bit unorthodox. Well, you're in the right place, Ryan. But could you move your right back to being a right wing back and move your right winger to being an AMC? I don't think, as things stand, Ryan, I've got anybody that can really play effectively as an AMC. But again, the players that are coming in potentially might be better at that. By the way, it says they're all ball-winning midfielders, but I don't know. I mean, Hussein could probably play as an AMC. That is unorthodox. I do like it. GB, we know that boom is glory. Mattia, these defenders, we definitely need that. Yeah, okay. All right. JM, even at this level, you're concerned about those technicals. JM, if the technicals are above a 5 at this level, it's a bonus. It's all about physique and mentals for me. Always has been. Or retraining Brown to be a... What now, Ryan Black? What now? Brownie? Striker? Oh, finishing a 4. Off the ball movement of 6. Finishing a 4 is a bit of a killer, isn't it? GB, at 6'5", 15 jumping reach. You feel like he's a vital... A lot of clubs play over the top. Yeah, and GB, as you'll come to see in our next game, Brownie gets caught underneath the ball an alarming amount, I would say. JM thoughts. You don't know you're sitting here on 3 lower league Hey, tier 10 doesn't count. Tier 10 doesn't count. Composure of 9, though. That'll be better than most strikers in the league. All right, we're going to call that Plan B. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to see whether Penny can go and play in midfield, whether Brownie can go and be a holding halfback. So he is kind of like retreating into the defence, but maybe not causing so much chaos with his appalling positioning and marking. And then we'll bring in the notorious DIG. We've still got Dean Inman, of course. The Dean machine. Bear with me. Bear with me. My fault, my fault. I'd left the lights running off the batteries again. They died. We were plunged into darkness. It was like Phantom of the Opera down one side there. Where were we? The notorious DIG. In you come, son. Kennedy. I mean, we got jumping reach of 15 again there, and this time we got strength of 16. And we've got better marking, not better positioning, but better tackling. Brave, aggressive. We've got to get the notorious DIG in, haven't we? What else we got down here? Tier 9 and Tier 8. I mean, they are the toughest leagues outside of the Championship to win, JM. We're not besmirching your achievements there. Matty, you're thinking maybe as an anchor man. I mean, he likes it as a defensive. Neil Bathgate, you're looking forward to switching back to the 4-4-2. Neil, Oh, it's funny and painful because it's true. Thank you, JM. Always appreciated. Always appreciated. What do we want to do then? Do we want to do fullback support down the right, or do we want to do fullback defend and keep it tight? And then all we need to do is find somebody with some pace that can play on the right wing. So let's filter this down. Who are our right wingers? And don't laugh because it's probably about 30 players. Okay, we've got 5. And let's have a look at their physical attributes. How do we do this without me having to put in? It's not going to be anything in the Dob father, is it? Flair dribbling off the ball. Let's just add some acceleration in there. I realise this is gripping viewing, but it's Richie Mahoney, isn't he? Richie Mahoney is an out-and-out winger, delivering into the box. I mean, JM's a big fan because we rescued him from the Muck franchise. Let's get him in there. Who would be our second quickest player? I've put the wrong player in. It looks like it would be Zaid, who would give us cover on both flanks because he could come on and be a right winger, or he could come on and be an inverted inside forward on the left. So maybe we get Zayed Al Husseini back on the bench at least. And let's not put him as that sub because I'll forget to put him into the starting 5 when we're not playing in the cup. By the way, Neil, oh ye of little faith, we're playing a team from a division below us in the cup this game. So I don't think we will be back to the 4-4-2 after 30 minutes. Thank you very much. It'll be 20 minutes. Brendan Daniels is also relatively quick and can cross. So if we want to mix things up, he could give us something from the left wing here. I feel like this is some kind of plan that's coming together. The big question we have next is who on earth are we playing in goal? Because neither have impressed. We've got Adam Hayton. The coaches say he's our better goalkeeper, although he's not very consistent. Maybe he's not been great because I think he wants to be a sweeper keeper and I keep playing him as a goalkeeper on defend. But JM thought, sorry, no, Gary, I thought we'd settled on Richie because of the delivery skills. Richie? Who is Richie? What do you mean? Who's Richie? Gavin Brass, I don't recognise the name of my own players here. We got one called Richie, have we? Who is this player? No. I'm not seeing him, GB. Joshua Brown. I am not late. Professor off exactly when I'm needed. Benishevsky at the back post. You're entirely in time, Joshua, and welcome in. Hope you are well. We are having a small, I don't know, would we call it a... Richie Mahoney, thank you. Thank you, Matty. I'm glad you're on the ball because I'm like, yeah, I think the delivery. Anyway, JB, we're having a small, I don't know what we would call this. Would we call it a crisis of tactical confidence? I think we probably would. Form is not great. We've not drawn a match all season. It's just wins or morale sucking defeat after defeat. So we're mixing things up. I think we've got a starting 11. We just need to think about who the goalie is going to be. Melvin Minter. 6 games, 8 conceded. Adam Hayton, 6 games, 11 conceded. Wow. Greeno, go with Hayton. He's your goalkeeper at St Albans. 8 games. Oh, Greeno. No goalkeepers average a 7.56. That's not true. All tracks, call it what it is. It's sheer panic, Wolf. You've called it. I can feel the season just slipping away. And remember, this is not a let's build Kingstonian save here. We're trying to win all of Europe's top 5 leagues using only clubs from the 5 capital cities. I'm looking to try and boost my reputation and potentially move on from Kingstonian. I'm looking at that Barnet job in the Conference National for next season if it comes up. They're not going to be interested in the likes of me right now. Try and move into channels, PI, on Penny to support the left wing back. I don't know how quickly we can train that onto him. And we still got to work out what our midfield roles are going to be there and our striking role. I like a pressing forward on attack. Call me a maverick. But I quite like that. We've also got to decide what we're doing in midfield. And Greeno, we're going with Hayton there. Let me know, Greeno, if you play him as a sweeper keeper. Love to hear your thoughts. Let's get some subs onto the bench then. So, we need a centre-half there. We're going to go with Big Mo Ali. He's in. Okay, we need a midfielder, not Widders. He's unhappy. Penders. Nelson, by the way, pretty unlucky to miss out over on the wings, isn't he, Nelson? I know the strength is not there and he falls over a lot, but I think we get Nelson onto the bench. And then we've got 2 more spots, so we want 2 strikers, don't we? Shaq Coulthurst, another player I bought in blind panic that you've not seen yet. He's made 3 sub appearances and scored a goal, and I've still not given him a start. He can cross a little bit as well. He could cover us on either of those wings. So let's get the Shaq in. And then do we go with, okay, embarrassment of strikers here. We bring Big Nath in, although the physicals are starting to plunge off the edge of a cliff now. Average rating is 7.34 this season. It's not like he's played bad. Let's get him on the bench. Big man can come in and hold the ball for us. Okay. What else do we got? Chalice. How goes the you stepped away and you grabbed some food. Well, look. I would enjoy the food, Talis, because you're not going to enjoy the tactics. It's crisis time over here. You play a goalkeeper on defence. Thank you. Passing of 5 says it all for Nelson. For Nelson. Yeah. He's got vision of 6. I mean, he's got a goal and 2. Yeah, okay, he's not. Thanks, Wolf. Needed that. Reality check. Big Nathan. The definition of plan. I like that. The definition of plan B. You like the looks of Talis. Thank you. I think we needed that little pick-me-up. We're going to go with an out-and-out winger. We're going with a DM. I like Penny as a ball winner in the midfield. I think that will mean that he will go out wide. And Carolero maybe he would give more cover, but it's McGlinchey. And I think with a 3-man midfield, this is always nice. And it's vertical lines, just like the winger. And I like that. Making runs in beyond Thompson. That feels like it's a thing. I also think we're going to go balanced. I don't think we have the pace to play anything other than a mid-block. I think we should trigger the press slightly more often. I love this, by the way, but that could be a red card waiting to happen. Nelson can see the passes he's misplacing. Yeah. Thank you. Got no game. Edwin, try box-to-box midfielder with move into the channels. Edwin. Yeah. It's an interesting shout. I think if I did it, it would be here. Can you put the move into the channels on there? Stay wider or run wide with ball. But that's going to be when we're attacking. Stay wider would only be when we're defending. On the fence there. On the fence. Mattia, as always, if we win, it's a joint effort. If it goes wrong, it's all on me. Talis, with the CM, can you add in the option to play more risky passes so they do the AP role? Well, with a central midfielder, you absolutely can. Do we want McGlinchey playing more risky passes? I think he can handle it. Vision's only 9, but I think he can handle it. Let's try it. Should we let him pass a little bit more direct as well? So he's going to be playmaking, maybe searching out the winger, maybe over the top for Bingham. Maybe even some cross-field balls for Rafe Brown, galloping forward like a maniac over on the left. That could be a thing as well. Edwin, yeah, for the left CM, you're thinking Harry Bailey Brown has got a bit of the magic Marofcha about him. Bailey Brown does. He's not training very well, though. There's nothing magic about his training, I'm afraid. Wolf, if the lads don't start tackling on defence in this game, I'd throw on Get Stuck In and literally see how many red cards happen. Several, I think, Wolf, but I think it could be fun. I like Get Stuck In. I like red cards, I have to be honest. Shows that they're passionate. And Talis, you changed the ball-winning midfielder to a box-to-box to fill that gap. Would you? Is this the late call? Is this what people are... We are sick and tired. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired, I think. Come on then, let's go. Here we go. I mean, we've got Bailey Brown to back up. The only thing I wish I changed before this game, because I'm going to have to change it again afterwards now, and I will surely forget. We need Bales not there, don't we? We want Bales. I mean, we can... Notorious DIG we want up front, but let's get Bales in that little slot. We'll get the Notorious in there as well. Penny back there. Let's do the same on the left. Where is Big Bales? Here we go. Who are you? You're the Notorious DIG. Okay. You're in. Penny? Lovely. That looks good. We're into the dressing room. Here we go. Matty is ready. Come on. We've got this, haven't we? We've got this. Everybody, we believe, don't we? We believe. I will admit that you've clobbered your way to the championship a time. Thank you, Wolf. We do that. Move into the channels on the box-to-box midfielder. Edwin, I don't know. I don't know. He's got roam from position on. That's like a default for the box-to-box. And I don't know where move into the channels is. That's like a... That's more of a player trait, isn't it? Rather than instruction. We could say stay wider. We can say run wide with the ball. I don't know where a move into the channels thing is without training it as an instruction. Tell me if I'm particularly out of touch there, by the way. Upturning fortune, Sean. Here it comes. Believe, everybody. Talis, we can adjust as we go. Above, hang on, above roam from position here. Hold on. Above roam from position. Roam from position. Moving. Up there for thinking, is it, gentlemen? Move into the channels. There we go. Toggle it on and off. Move into the channels. Ask the players, particularly attack-minded ones, to find vertical spaces between... Sounds all right. Between the central defenders and the fullbacks in such a manner that a teammate can find them with a pass, such as Big Roddy with his more risky passes, and in turns draws... You've struck gold here, gentlemen. All right, Matty, it's right there. I've got it now, Matty. I've got it. Thank you very much. Who was with the original idea for that, by the way? Is that Edwin? Edwin, we might, between you and Matty, we might have struck gold here. Don't know if it works with an inverted winger. We're about to find out. If the inverted finger will cut inside and open up space for the box, that's the spirit, Edwin, isn't it? That's the spirit. Here we go then, gentlemen. What have you got for us this afternoon? We're playing a team at least one tier below us in Hastings. Greeno, help us out here. Hastings, where are we in the world? Is that Sussex? It's somewhere on your south coast, isn't it, Hastings? Okay. It's a slow-ish start. The boys are still getting used to it. Hastings have had more shots than us. Okay. Confidence is fragile. Two centre-backs are playing well. Here's Hayton. Gone long. Well, look, we got lots of players up there trying to win the ball. There's Kaninda. This is what I meant about Gavin. Our central defenders are good in the air, but when you do that, doesn't help, does it? Anyway, that wasn't even the highlight, because now here's Tomo. Come on, son. Good Lord. Good Lord. Hastings, Sussex, thank you. Hometown of Steve Cook. I mean, it's not. We're being out XG'd by a club from the unplayable leagues. Okay, we should not panic. Here we go. Granty's got the ball. Hates forward. It's a bit of a lone furrow up there, isn't there? There's not a lot of support when we're playing these long balls. And, oh no. Oh, we should have been a goal down. Why does the defence look so open? What is it? About I said they're both playing above a 7, but they look all at sea to me. Do
I not like that? So
So Neil, that 4-4-2 that you were talking about. Oh, I mean the goalkeeper. Greeno. I mean, he's just watched that. Deservedly behind. 10 shots, 4 on target. Tallis, keep the faith. I'm throwing... No, I can't throw the water bottle again. Richie Mahoney's on a 6.5, and we don't like the body language, Richie. Thompson, awful. I do hate it when it rejigs the order of these. We've left ourselves Blissett to come off the bench or the Shack attack. Okay, let's have a little think here. Pokesy, turn around, Pokes. Turn around. You're seeing a roguishly handsome middle-aged man crumble tactically before your eyes here, Pokesy. There's no need for you to witness the horrors that are going on right now. Okay, things aren't working. Let's work out why that is. First of all, we've forgotten to do some of the team instructions, so let's do that. And let's build up from the back a little. Thank you, Pokes. Let's do that. Do that. Be more considered. Less long balls. Mattia. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm making those changes as we speak. That's not working either. Let's get you on the shoulder. Maybe defend lower. Tuck it in. Tuck it in. Okay. Pokes, you're right. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, Pokes, to be honest. I barely get anything done. Especially when I'm out of the house. People stopping me all the time. Okay, here we go. Shouts. Demanding more. And we're going to have to get the mentality up as well. I mean, we're doing nothing. We're not troubled their goalkeeper yet. We're doing absolutely nought. Shack on. Richie Mahoney off. There's an experiment that didn't work. What is it about this midfield that's not right? Could be fitness. Big Ben. Off for Mo. Okay, we've played all our cards. Thank you, folks. That's very kind. IF on attack to support the lone striker. Well, at this stage, Edwin, I mean, it's worth a bounce, isn't it? In fact, I mean, Granty, you may as well, son. You may as well. And I tell you what, with Coulthurst up front, do that. Nothing's happening here. Nothing's happening. We got Reeky. They're looking to go 2-0 up here. There's the notorious DIG. Searching ball there from their midfielder. Epson, Salts, Rafe Brown. We're on the ball. Here we go. This could be the moment. This is the moment we tell our grandchildren about. Coming up. Here we go. Starting with Hayton at the back. Feed it to the defence here, Hates. Nothing too drastic. Drop it to a centre-half. We'll build. There we go. That's what we're after. Okay. Played it forward. All right, well, we've won it. Here is the Bing. That's a good ball. We got a player free in the box. If you can pick him out, the Shack attack. Thank you. Nice low cross as well for Shack. Okay, we're pushing them a bit more now as well, aren't we? Maybe we were too defensive before, especially against a team from a division below. Yeah, okay. We're back in the game. We're back in the game. Stephen Taylor, don't use Liverpool defend. I'm afraid Liverpool defend better than us, Stephen. Welcome in, by the way. Oh no, we've played. I tell you, I do hate it when all of this gets all mumbled up. What's that about? The Shack is injured. Have I still got a substitution? Can you make more in the FA Cup? Is that a thing? Turns out it's not a thing. Okay. So Bing will go there. Do that, Al. Do that. Be a wing back. Drop off. Don't be positive. There we go. Okay, we're playing for a replay against a team from the division below us. And this is an actual highlight, so we might not even get that. Rafe Brown. Come on, be a hero, Rafe. Mo Ali. Here's Bailey Brown. Not the best technician. Has he played in midfield, by the way? Absolutely wretched. Okay. 6.5 for Bailey Brown. Never mind. Here's Granty. A bit more license now. He's given the ball away. Maybe he shouldn't have had that license. And that, just look at how much space he's in. Acres. Oh, I give up. I give up. We're going to watch this highlight. Look how much space their centre forward is in. I mean, look. What are these people doing? What? Our line. Our line. It's on the edge of our box. I mean, and nobody's even marking him. No one's anywhere near him. These are greyed out players. These are greyed out players. Look. It makes no sense defensively. I mean, what distance is Bailey Brown from him, would you say? 8 yards, perhaps? 10 yards? I mean, I ask you. Okay, well, we're out the cup. We've had one shot on target. And tell me a manager that wouldn't throw the water bottle at that. But if you do it, they are going to cry, aren't they? And it's just going to drag morale down. You'll have 3 of them in the office the day after, all saying that they are upset about how you spoke to them during the game. I'm embarrassed by that performance. Do you know what I'm embarrassed about? We put a lot of effort into that tactic. There was thought going on there. Mattia, you've worked wonders. Well, hopefully we'll see you very soon. I think it's time for something a little bit different, isn't it? Come on, let's pick our spirits up. We can't rely on Football Manager to pick our spirits up today, by the way. I mean, we've been truly wretched. So let's have a chat instead. Chat time. It was Champions League football last night, wasn't it? And we've got the new format of the Champions League coming soon, haven't we? Where there's 801 clubs all in a league format, and you play 2 of those teams, and then whichever teams have got the most fans all end up progressing, or some kind of arrangement like that. And any big clubs that don't qualify through that league format, they drop into the Europa League, or any big clubs that are already in the Europa League, they drop into the Conference League. I don't like the structure of European football, you know. I would really like a return to the European Cup Winners' Cup. There was a competition, my friends. All of the cup winners from around Europe from the previous season competing in a knockout tournament. Let's get rid of the Europa Conference League. I know we've only had one edition of it so far, but let's dispense with its services. I'd love to bring the Cup Winners' Cup back. And I reckon, do you know what, if we were in charge of global football, soccer to our North American friends, we could create some better competitions than exist currently. So here's my question for you for the day. Our talking point, a little late in the stream, I will acknowledge. What competitions would you either bring back or would you invent to make football better? Could be a competition from a bygone age. Anybody that follows, lower league English football might think the Anglo-Italian Cup should make a comeback. A competition where clubs from Serie B take on teams from England's Championship. Now that was a fun competition. Got any other ideas? Competitions that we could either invent or bring back that would make the global game more watchable. I mean, I'm already wanting a return back to the group phase of the Champions League. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the group phase of the Champions League. I thought it provided some pretty exciting games, if I'm brutally honest. I don't see how a group of 20-odd teams is going to improve that, but we'll see. We'll see. So let me know any ideas you have. Master Kano's coming in with the Cup Winners' Cup. Thank you for backing me up there. It's not about excitement, it's about money, but surely it's the same thing, JM, isn't it, ultimately? Excitement leads to TV revenue at the end of the day, doesn't it? Isaac would like regional European rounds to qualify. So north, south, east, west of Europe play off. And the winner qualifies for the next round. That's a nice idea, isn't it? What about a European competition just for clubs whose coefficient is not as high as some of Europe's bigger leagues? I thought that's what the Conference League was meant to originally be. But then you have clubs from the Europa League dropping into it. And you have clubs like Roma end up winning the first edition of it. I was excited about the Conference League. I thought it might mean, that Dynamo Tbilisi would end up playing Slovan Bratislava in the final, and it would be beautiful for the fans of those clubs. Maybe I was wrong. Isaac, I love watching new teams play and hear their stories. I mean, for example, who are the team that went to Real Madrid last season and beat them in the Bernabeu? They were either Moldovan or they were from maybe a Romanian team. I'm sure they were Moldovan, weren't they? Tom Lennox would like the former Colonies Cup. French sides of the bracket, a French side of the bracket and an English side of the bracket leads to a former French colony meeting a former English colony in the final. USA versus Ivory Coast. I don't think we refer to the USA as a former colony anymore, Tom. I don't think we're of any kind of stature to remember that. JM thought bring back the penalties at the end of MLS games. Good news, JM. They are bringing that back for whatever the new competition is where MLS sides are playing Liga MX sides. There's a group stage for that. There's 3 clubs in each regional division. And they're bringing back I don't think it's dribbly penalties. I think it's just a penalty shootout. The dribbly penalties were fun, weren't they? They were good. Okay, we've got to get back into the game here because the stream is getting on and I think we've only played 2 games so far. We have built a pretty formidable tactic, though, which we're not going to throw out. I mean, Tallis is right. Keep the faith. Give it time. We're just going to tweak it and perfect it. Isaac would love to change the Papa John's trophy as well. Get the under-23 or the under-21 sides out of it. Dan Demetrio, the president of Real Madrid, along with other big football clubs from Europe, are working on a Super League. This is indeed true. Absolutely, because they don't have enough money as it is. Rook, you'd give the US a proper tier structure, so promotion and relegation, Then you'd expand the World Cup so that all national teams have some sort of presence on a platform anyone can see. Stephanie Onson, there is a download of the European Cup and the Cup Winners' Cup around. Haven't played it yourself, but maybe somebody in the chat has. Interesting. How is the squad dynamics? Club atmosphere is poor. And I think that's largely because we've got players that are starting to become unhappy with the lack of game time. Because somebody, pointing no fingers, might accidentally have signed 48 players. The team cohesion is not great. They're still backing me, but only just. It's a fingernail hanging on job here. Pokesy. I think an international or even FA Cup style 5-a-side competition, Pokes. I mean, you're even older than I am. You'll remember back on Sports Night in the early 90s. Was it called Sports Night? I'm sure it was. The midweek version of Grandstand. There used to be a competition before the Premier League era where top flight clubs in England played a 5-a-side tournament, and all of the big players would be in it. Liverpool would have Rush and Barnes and Dalglish. Newcastle would have Waddle and Beardsley and Gascoigne. It was a sight. Sounds like, yeah, like Masters football, but they weren't Masters. They were whippersnappers, you know, players in their prime, internationals. Oh, goodness me. It was good. It was good fun. Where's Masters football gone, by the way? That used to be good. Anyway, we've got a game tomorrow, and we're thinking, Fulston, I gave you a game. You embarrassed yourself and me. Don't come whining for more game time now. It was fun watching the pros do that. Be it the youth or veterans. Yeah, it would. It would. I'd like, imagine Haaland in a 5-a-side team with Edison. I mean, that's a good 5-a-side keeper. Then you'd have Stones. Foden, Bernardo Silva. And then Erling. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Who would have... Right, I mean, we're drifting off here. We're drifting away from our talking point. But which Premier League side would have the best 5-a-side team? Who would that be? Who could provide the best 5-a-side team? Who would be England's 5-a-side champions? We've got a game against Folkestone and Victor coming up. God, they were a league below us last season. We've got to be able to win that. Okay, here we go. Tactics time. What are we doing? We're doing that. Okay, and we're happy. In transition, press, counter, distribute to the fullbacks. Play out. We're happy. Overlap down the left. Let's keep as compact as we can. Happy with that. Let's not pass. In fact, do you know what? We'll do that. We'll do that. If you may make a suggestion, Talis, you would suggest adding some teamwork and team bonding. It's a good suggestion, Talis. In our schedule, oh look, we're doing some teamwork. Yeah. Let me show you the training because I've set it up for the next few weeks. I've got 3 training regimes: week 1, week 2, week 3. So we've got a general session, we've got a set piece session, and then we've got some match training sessions because we've only got 4 slots per week. Team bonding though might not be the worst shout in the world. Let's take them go-karting. You know, that's got to be a thing, hasn't it? We won't do defensive corners. Instead, we'll go and do some signings in the club shop. That's a good suggestion, Talis, and I like it. Rook is backing Brighton. Junior would like the Setanta Cup, a cross-border competition where teams from the Republic and Northern Ireland play each other. There was a similar competition in Scandinavia, wasn't there, called the King's Cup? Teams from Norway, Sweden, Denmark all competing against each other. That sounded like a lot of fun. The 2010 Spurs team would be good. A minor issue with the tactic, oh hello Rook, here we go, is the players didn't have enough time to learn it before the last game. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure they've had any more time to learn it before this game. Here we go. We changed this to a box-to-box midfielder, didn't we, on the fly? And you taught me a lovely button there, didn't you? There we go. Nice. And then the other thing we did was in the set pieces, wasn't it? Where is Bailey Brown? Although, hold on one tiny moment. Bailey Brown was an utter disaster. Oh, look at how he's training as well. Maybe that is a thing that we do. And we find another midfielder. Coulthurst is going to be out, so Blissett in. Maybe we're doing this today. Maybe we're doing this. The Royal League. Thank you, Jackie. As a Swede, I knew you would know that. Have you saved the changes? I've not. This is the Dirk Benedict looks nothing like the Dirk Benedict anymore. It's a completely different formation. It probably needs a 90s celebrity themed name, doesn't it? Think on that. We'll save it after this game. We'll give it its own name. Look at the morale, by the way. The morale is taking a hit. It's not looking good. Thompson was terrible as a pressing forward. So, do that. This is it. This is it. Here we go. We're against Chesham United. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Come on. Home advantage. I'm not getting any kind of response from the players. Still not. Still not. What's the very first match you remember going to? League or non-league? I went to a non-league game before I went to a league game. First ever match I went to was to watch Bromsgrove Rovers play. I don't know against who. Bromsgrove Rovers don't even exist anymore. They were just a local club when I was growing up. First proper game I went to was Birmingham City versus Hartlepool in England's Tier 3. Tomo! Oh, I thought he was in. All right, you, Junior. I mean, what's the first game you remember going to? That'll be more interesting than me watching Birmingham versus Hartlepool, I think, isn't it? I tell you what, we got in twice in the opening 30 seconds here. Come on, Tomo. Tomo's been brought down. Rakesh Bingham is on the pens. This could be a dream start, couldn't it? This could be a dream start. Oh, they doubted this. They doubted this new tactical direction we were going in, especially after the cup defeat to a team of nobodies. I say the players threw that game against a team of greyed out players, and now they're starting to settle into it. Here we go again. Let's curl this one home. Who's on it? It's Bingham again. He's having the game of his life. Here he goes. Oh, he's gone close. He's gone close. Reggie Perrin? Is that 90s? That's not 90s, Neil, is it? We're going 80s there, aren't we? Bournemouth Port Vale for Greeno. Rook, I think you're absolutely right. We're just not a cup team. The players got together before the game and they said, you know what? We need to rescue our league form. Day off today. Once we've been go-karting, then you'll see the real us. Here's Mahoney, drifting in midfield like a good winger that we've told to stay out wide would. Here he goes. He's remembered where he's meant to be. Look at him travel. Oh, look at the boy go. Look at that for a little run. Oh, Mahoney. And Thompson's on the score sheet as well. And now we're getting into our groove, aren't we? Look at this for a run. He dribbles past his own man, who's like a blocker. And then he takes on another and another. And then he's got the composure. Low crosses, by the way. I think that's the only thing I've contributed to this tactic is putting low crosses on. I'm taking it as a victory. 3 shots, 2 on target. We've been clinical. Thank you, Stefan. Yeah, bring the Royal League back. Pendlebury. I mean, we are on the rampage here, aren't we? He's had a go from distance. Penders. Oh, this is picking morale up. Junior, Northern Ireland match. Around 2007. Junior, I was already old by 2007, as I think we won a corner. Can't remember who they were playing. So young, just holding your dad's hand in 2007. Junior, what tender age are you? Oh, the notorious DIG from a corner. I tell you what, we clicked into gear, haven't we? This has got 3-3 draw written all over it. Joshua Brown, haven't heard you be this enthusiastic about a goal since Musa Wagyu. I don't remember Musa Wagyu. Do you know what, Joshua? I feel like I need to sit down and re-watch Border Adventures. I don't remember some of these players. Musa Wagyu. What club was Musa Wagyu at? Look at us. McGlinchey was back helping out the defence. Right, we're giving the ball away. But that was good. Longley. Oh, still got in too easily behind our back line. Centre halves are playing well, allegedly. Junior, you're 21? Is that even allowed? I'm literally old enough to be your dad, Junior. I'm not, but I'm literally old enough to be. Oh, Mahoney, that's poor. And I wouldn't even have fathered you young, Junior. I would have been in my 20s. Goodness me, a genuine whippersnapper. You've got it all ahead of you. Oh, we're in again. We're in again. Make it so. Come on, we're 4-0 up. Pokes, get away, Pokes. Okay, look, for any of you that have never visited Pokes FM on Twitch for one of his streams, he tells me that he's, what do you say you are, Pokes? 37? 38? Behave yourself, Pokes. Not a day under. I'm 42. You are not younger than me. I mean, I know I have a fabulous daily moisturising regime, but come on. Now this, I'm 4-0 up at half time here. Let me take that back, by the way. We are 4-0 up at half time. And I'm not sure these match stats make great reading. 9 shots, 6 on target versus 9-5 on target. Not sure. Salty B? It is Llama. How's the game going? Well, you had to go there, didn't you, Salty? Look, we're 4-0 up in this game, Salty. Shall we focus on that? Rather than the previous 3 that I've lost. Pump fists. No. Hands on the hips. You're doing brilliantly. Oh, they liked that. They liked the hands on the hips. The new tactic. The new tactic, Greeno, it is. So it should be called Brian Blessed. Gordon's alive? Come on, let's break. We want 5. Here we go. Tomo. It's all to the right of you, Tomo. Well done. Bingham. Play it sensibly. Here we go. Come on, Tomo. Come on, Tomo. Get into the box for him. Bingham's in. Bingham's there. That's wretched. That's bad. Bad decision making and then bad execution of the poor decision you made. Oh no, we're behind on the match stats. Is this a really fluky win? I'm not sure we deserve this. Save the tactic, lock it all. I don't know, Wolf. A junior, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Not a day over 30. These have not been easy years, these 42 years either, you know. Raised by wolves for the first 11 of them, I was. So thank you. Lock it down. Okay, well, we're going to need a name to lock it down with then. So let's save the all-new Brian Blessed. It's done. It's there for after the game. It's locked down. What are we liking about it, by the way? The midfield 2 are playing well. That's good. The DM is not doing as well. So Pokes. Absolutely nothing, by the way. That would have been glorious. It is the moisturizing regime. You've got to take care of the skin. Don't let the occasional bag under the eye fool you. Okay. Daily regime. But yeah, these have been 42 tough years. By the way, Junior, we're approaching the end of 42. But we won't dwell on that. Pokes, by the way, have you revealed your age? Pokes? Come on. What do you claim you are, Benjamin Pocock? You say 37, don't you? Which I do not believe a word of, by the way. Not a word of. Salty B, you got a madhouse this afternoon. You're introducing the new kitten to the old cat. Pokes, no, you're not now, are you? I mean, I know you're peddling that. But come on, let's be sensible now. We're all friends here, Pokes. You can tell us. Greeno, are you north of 42, are you, Greeno? We need to make some changes. Bailey Brown, come on and have another go at greatness, but be an anchorman, Bales. How is the introductions going, by the way, Salty? Tell us names of cats and kittens. I'm the owner, sadly, of... you're an Arctic Circle north of 42. Sadly, Salty, I'm the owner of 3 cats. We still call the younger 2 the kittens, although they're nearly 3 now, so they're not really kittens. And it is a madhouse, honestly, the fighting that goes on. Other than that, do you know what? I'm just going to leave it there. Bailey Brown comes on. Barbara, that's a fabulous name. I love very kind of human names applied to animals. I love that. Like a dog called Derek or Clive. Great names. Ben Caninda off for Mo Ali. Let's bring the big man on as well. Not as an advance forward, I feel. That might not be making the best use of his talents. 4-0 up at half-time, by the way. Absolutely nothing done in the second half. I am worried about these match stats. I really am. Oh, Blissett wins a good header, though. Come on, Mahoney. You're on a 7.8. Let's see you go, son. Come on, take on your man. McGlinchey. Is he going to show us this array of passing? There we go. Bingham's looked lively today as well, hasn't he? Plays it back. There's the crossing. Rafe Brown, McGlinchey. There's a 5th. That was a well-worked goal, wasn't it? Tell me you're not slightly excited about this tactic. Tell me, Pokes, genuine. Come on, 1984. When you were born, Careless Whisper. Maybe a cover version of Careless Whisper. Come on. Barbara Gladys. Oh, she got a middle name for the cat. Salty B, that's lovely. Junior, you want a cat now? Call it Ebenezer Scrooge. Don't blame you. I mean, kittens are fabulous. A pet of champions. Wolf, you're a cat owner as well, aren't you? I know you've got some hounds. You've got a wolf pack there, but I'm sure I've seen cats in your house. Not that I have secret cameras to watch Wolf in his house. I've seen his Twitter feed. Sean Hammond, 1970s. Great decade, snuck in there. 1980, myself. Greeno, in November, you'll be halfway to a cart. Will you really? 50's the new 30, Greeno, and we all know it. Never worry about the stats. Worry about the lack of stats. Rook, that is cryptically teasing. Dirk Benedict, this is your final call, I'm afraid, because now we're into the Brian Blessed. You know, the beautiful thing about Brian Blessed, Greeno, is that it starts with a B, so it's very early up in my list of tactics. I felt like that worked quite well. 5-0 against a Chesham side who, all right, are in the relegation zone, but still, aside from Penny's performance there, which wasn't great. By the way, I would love to know how to go into the data hub and work out exactly why Penny's performance wasn't that great, but I don't know how to do that, and I feel like I'm too old to learn. Barbara is probably the best name for a cat you've ever heard. I would agree. Wolf? Yeah, it's just the one cat for you, Wolf, is it? Because you've got multiple hounds, haven't you? Couple of dogs, one cat. Jackie, you've got cats called Doris, and is this going to be a Swedish name that I'm now going to butcher, Jackie? Stur. Both sisters. And 20 years old, goodness me. Stefan Jonsson, I don't believe for 1 second you are 57. Rook, you play with statistics for fun. You only ever worry when you don't have enough data. Well, I never go into the data hub. I'm always short of data. Isaac, you're a youngster as well, aren't you, Isaac? 1999. Prince was still singing back then, wasn't he? One of each. You got a cat and a dog, have you? You what? Wolf, you got your eye on another hound, have you? What's your specimen? What's your breed? I'm not a dog person, really. I don't really understand their makeup, their type. What have you got? A Labrakerfuffle or a Springer Dachshund? What's your poison? You did not know that Stur... How am I doing with Stur, by the way, Jackie? Is Stur a Swedish name? Talis, cat called Scampy. Always sad when you lose a cat, isn't it, Talis? Always sad. Folkestone and Victor next. I'm eager. Melvin, oh, look at these people. They're all just... All right, Melvin. Well, if you want to go, you can go. All right. Okay. Well, you're going to have to. All right, Melvin. If anybody comes in, you're off. Ali. Number of matches. Okay, well, you're not starting, I'm afraid, but that's not going to change. You're going to be a bit more patient, are you? Okay, there we go. You've got a Hound Rottweiler mix. Rottweilers, they're fiery little characters, aren't they? Mint has put in the transfer request. He looks like he hits the gym every day because his chest is so huge. Greeno, you've got guinea pigs, have you? Nugget and Biscuit. Now, Greeno, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say guinea pigs, not your first choice of pet. That may have been daughter-induced. Am I right? Swedish names, very human names. Not great pronouncing. The E is not silent. So like sturdy. Sturdy. Gave you a bit of an accent there, Jackie. Come on. Salty Bee. By the way, Llama, we've established Yangon United are the team to beat in Myanmar. Elite standard compared to the rest. In a very competitive league, Salty, as well. I mean, you don't mess around in Myanmar. Zero import in the pets. Welcome to my world, Greeno. Hence why the two younger cats that we have, they were named by my children. So our eldest cat that we had before children, our eldest cat is Germany 2006. What's that? Old. Our oldest cat is called Sharona. And then the kids got two kittens and they've called them Bailey after the female wrestler and Porridge after the nutritious breakfast. I mean, when those kids leave the house, I'm still going to be looking after Porridge and Bailey, and I'm going to rename them something more grisly, like Hank. That would be a good name. What are we doing? We've got Ben Caninda looking tired. Let's get Bailey Brown into the defence. Switched the notorious DIG over. Rakesh Bingham could probably do with the rest, as could McGlinchey, but I'm afraid they're going to have to tough it out. We are going out there to try and get back-to-back wins. The kids are in and out, Wolf, really. In and out. It's sometimes it's difficult to catch in the UK, you know. So what Monday Night Raw would be like, I don't know what time that is US, maybe like 8 p.m. US. So that's like 1 p.m. 1 a.m. UK. So you have to record it and then go back and watch it. And I don't know. They used to be far more into it than they are now. They're very much into football now. Go out there and make a difference. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. What do we got? Bailey isn't that bad. Vince just doesn't know how to book humans. Is this wrestling? Stefan Jonsson, soon to be 57. Looks like 37, I would imagine. Shrona, 18 years. Good maths, thank you. Joshua, when you were 7 to 8, your grandparents had a house plant and you named it Dave and everyone said, "Sup, Dave?" as they walked into the house. Who said that houseplants can't be pets? Your basset hound is called Igor. True legend. Jacob Shaw, welcome in. Got a cat named Wayne. I love that's fabulous. A cat named Wayne. Absolutely superb. Come on. Here we go. Rafe Brown to the notorious DIG. Thompson doesn't win his header, but gets another chance. Doesn't win that either. Look at us battling for the ball, though. I like the tenacity in the midfield. Mahoney's going again. He's giving it a little swivel. Oh, that's some nice wing play. Cool your jets. We're not getting too excited, but that is some nice wing play. Junior, never liked WWE, but that dude Samoa Joe lives rent-free in my head. Joe is going to get you. Joe used to be in a different wrestling franchise called TNA. That was when I was partial to a bit of wrestling. Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles before AJ Styles was ridiculous. Samoa Joe was there. Ron the Truth Killings. Oh, good times. The Latin American Exchange. A 6-sided ring. Oh, hit the bar. Thompson. Oh, you could have got on the end of that. Craig Cochran. He's in AEW now. Samoa Joe is. I think you're right. Salty B. Very kind. I think it was a good episode, in no part due to me, actually. It has 3 very good hosts. And I was just kind of like there as tinsel on a Christmas tree, really, wasn't I? I'm going to say I want a little bit more here because matches it's on. It's tense. And for some reason, Tomo's not playing so well this game. Not entirely sure. R-Truth is great. Oh, you remember, do you, Rook? Fabulous. Greeno, yeah, we've established not a huge wrestling fan, are you? Wolf, who knows what direction these streams will take when we fire them up. The cherry on top of the cake, Salty. I appreciate that. Too kind. Sure, I deserve that kind of praise. Let's keep it as it is for the second half. But striker-wise, we've got our eye on Tomo here because that wasn't a great first half. We're dominating the match stats, I would say. You know, the XG is pretty comparable, but we're 8 shots, 4 on target. That's all right, isn't it? That's all right. I'm going to demand a bit more. And the players are tired. We're playing too much football at the moment. So let's make a change. Diggy off. Mo Ali on. And I'm going to say Rakesh Bingham needs to come off. Let's go double wingers for a moment. I know we're not Isagwan fans. You weren't a big fan of his passing, or his vision, or his strength, or his balance, or his composure, or his bravery, or several other of his attributes. But come on. We'll give him a go. Double wingers now. Let's get the service in the box. Sean Hammond's got a sprocker. Is that a dog? A sprocker. Oh, it is a dog. Named Barney. Doesn't like the rain. Oh, bless. But can't wait to jump in water. Oh, no. Oh, no. I did say this game looked finely balanced. And I was sidetracked by tales of Barney the dog and his exploits in water. What happened here? Walton, it's just, isn't it? And that's our right back. He's run off our right back. What are these two clowns doing getting sucked up the pitch like that? Do you know what I'm going to do? Unfortunately not, by the way, Wolf. Not offside. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to press this button here. That. Drop it off. Because I'm tired of people running in behind our defence. Let's up the ante now. Come on. We're going to go positive. Here we go. Here's the winner. Vos goes long. Bailey Brown. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Oh, dear. This is wasteful. Okay, Penders. Here we go. Thompson. No, nothing doing. That's a good tackle, though. Well done. Penders. Use it intelligently. Here he is. It's his big moment. All right, probably best. Come on, Rafe. Attack your man. And the next one, Rafe. Okay. Okay. All right, we're back in the defence. All right, are we going to hump it long here? Oh, there we go. Actually, that's intelligent. That's poor. Okay. It's a good chance. It's a good chance. Come on, we need wins. We're going attacking. Give me another highlight. We got tired legs. No highlight. It's a disappointing draw, isn't it? When we've had the... We've had the edge of the match stats. Let's wait and see what they're like. Sean, it wasn't you that put me off, Sean. It was Barney, which I think is an absolutely fabulous name for a dog. And the whole story about being afraid of rain but liking jumping into the water. It tickled me. It tickled me. I was distracted there, Sean. Thank you very much for that. Junior, prediction for tonight's Champions League matches. What are we doing? Is it Man City versus RB Leipzig tonight? Is it a round too early for Pep Guardiola to exit the Champions League, or is this where he normally goes out? He normally makes it one more round, doesn't he? And then they go out in the quarterfinals. Is that not what Man City do? We're outside the playoffs here. I mean, we're not a million miles from top of the table. I know that's optimistic speak here, but 9 points from top of the table. It's not out of the realms of possibility that we're going to go on an immense run, is it? Is it? I don't know. Okay, apologies. We've played very little football. Well, we've played lots of Football Manager, but we've played very few games in that stream. You're going to have to forgive me. Next stream, I assure you, there will be more games. And next stream is a Friday stream, by the way. We all like a Friday stream. We're going to come up with something nice and frivolous to discuss during the half-time break. Something to see us into the weekend. Something with a bit of whimsy about it. I do hope that lots of you will be able to join us for Friday stream. We always get big numbers for Friday stream. Thank you for everybody that's hit the little like button during this stream. Always helps, and it's always appreciated and never taken for granted. We are going to go away and try and regroup. I promise you I'm not going to sign many more players before we see each other next. And then on Friday stream, we are going to be trying to gun our way towards a playoff position because we need to get promoted and we need to get out of Kingstonian. See you on Friday.